Hey lovies, this is Michelle here at Life Mantra Tarot. Merry Christmas for those of you who celebrate. Um, so I've been a little bit of a busybody today for the most part, and then I took a long nap because I was so damn tired, and now I'm up. I was like, ooh, I should probably go live. And what struck a chord for me was doing a love reading and seeing what's going on with you guys. At first, I was going to do like a no contact love reading, but I'm going to make it a general one just in case because I want to see what's going on for, you know, numerous people instead of just people who are in no contact with their their person. So, or a person that they're, they might have interest in, so on and so forth. Um, hey guys, love y'all, my sisters. My sisters are in the building. Hey Letitia. Love to see you guys popping in. Love to see you guys popping in. Merry Christmas. I hope that you guys have been having a good day. Um, so hey Yvette. I'm loving this energy already. I'm feeling really, really good here. But yes, happy holidays to all of you guys and all that jazz. So with all that said, those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I hope you like what you see here. Decide to stick around and hit that like button, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Check out other content too. Like if this reading isn't for you, you might find something on my channel that is for you. So, give it a whirl, see what happens. And those of you who have already been rocking with your girl, like the myriad of my peoples who have already been popping in, um, welcome back and thank you for the continued support. I love you guys. And so as you guys saw, this is a collective message about love. Just seeing what's going on, on Christmas Day. Or maybe like energy that might be coming towards you in the near future, so on and so forth. So, without further ado, without rambling too much, since we do have some people here, let's get started. I'm going to start with my little what I call my love deck because it's two decks in one and it's just a lot of cards. Um, for my little hands that I can't really even shuffle sometimes, but yeah. Hold on one second, guys. Some of these cards are facing the wrong way. Why is that? All right, figured it out. It's probably like some of the last cards I used. I just put them facing the wrong way, but got it now. All right, so let's get started. All right, Spirit, only positive energy into this reading, please, and thank you. Show the collective what they need to see at this time for their highest good when it comes to love. And I see some people popping in. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome. If you're new, just know that this is just a collective tonight. I will be getting back into doing personals on the lives, but I have to regain my energy to do that. I really wanted to do it today, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm working on it. But those of you who are here and you're new, I hope that you guys stick around and I hope this message resonates with you. And if not, totally understood. There's a bunch of amazing readers out there, including my girls that are already in the chat. Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, being one of them, as well as Aya Inspired Tarot. And I would not be shocked if she pops up, but uh, she changed her name, so I have to like keep forgetting. I keep forgetting what it is now. Phoenix High Priestess, or Phoenix High Priestess. Those are some of my favorite people to go to for readings. And they are in my soul tribe, so I would strongly and highly recommend them. All right, a couple more shuffles, and then we're gonna get started. Gosh, there's so many cards in this deck. It's really hard to shuffle. All right. And let's get started. All right, bottom of the deck, we have beliefs. It says similar or clashing belief systems can bring you together or keep you apart. So I'm getting that, whether you're involved with somebody or not, whether you're in like no contact or not, you're just doing your own thing, whatever the case. I think a lot of people who end up resonating with this reading just off the bat, a big thing is going to be the importance of, I just like saw the Hierophant card in my head. Excuse me. I'm getting that, belief systems are very, very, very important right now. excuse me, when it comes to love, like making sure that, you're equally yoked, right? Making sure that you're on the same page when it comes to what you want when it comes to love. And I mean that should be a given, but sometimes we, put ourselves in situations or find ourselves in situations where those things clash and they're not quite, you know, on the same page. But that's something that, maybe you guys are learning that you can't settle on that. Like if you're not, on the same page in terms of belief systems and things like that, like it's probably not going to work. You have to be, able to be cohesive in your relationship. Like that could be the glue that keeps you together. Also be the adhesive remover that keeps you apart. Like that's the like a bottle or whatever of like Goo Gone. You know what I mean? Have you ever had to use that? Like getting like stickers off of your fridge or something that your kid put on the wall or the fridge or here and there. Like, like it it could be the make or the break of the situation. So let's see what's going on with you guys. It seems like belief systems and value systems, though, are going to play a major part in this reading so far. So we're going to get a few from here. Again, Spirit, only let positive energy into this reading for the collective. What does the collective need to see at this time when it comes to love on Christmas? And also in like the near future, what do they need to know at this time? Felt like some cards wanted to come up, but it was like too many. I'm like, yeah, no, we're not gonna take all of those. All right, so we got. Ooh, okay, this is looking kind of good. All right. Well, we'll see, because you know how it goes, right? It can start off kind of nice, and then you'll be like, wait, whoa. So right now we have marriage as the first card officially on the spread. I like that. Legal partnership, commitment, marital bond, and societal contracts. So, okay. To have that be like the starting card, and then we had the beliefs card, which I was saying before that gave me like Hierophant vibes. The Hierophant can represent, belief systems and value systems and all that, but it also can represent marriage. So some of you guys might be either really thinking about what it is that you want when it comes to like marriage and that dynamic, along with belief systems, like I said before, making sure that those core values are in alignment with what it is that you want and what you seek. Very, very important. Yeah, because then we also have ego here. We have Mr. Black Eyes. He says, well, it might be important to be be a decent person and understand that what you do not only reflects your character but affects other people. Bingo! He hit the nail on the head with that. I agree 100%. And then look what's on the bottom: ego. There you go. So it's like pride, jealousy, self-preservation, walls, let your guard down. Like that lines up with exactly what my brother here just said. I agree with that 100%. You got to make sure that your ego is out of the window and being overall good person. Lati just said, being kind to all, very important. So I would say those are definitely important characteristics that probably are part of that alignment when it comes to character traits and things like that and value systems. So there you go. Very important. You don't want to be with, you don't want to be like a kind-hearted person and be dealing with somebody who's a jerk. Have you ever gone like on a date with somebody like they're mean to like the servers and stuff and the staff? And you're just like, whoa, what the fuck is that? Because like one thing with me, as somebody who's worked in customer service since I was 16 and I just turned 40, like I've been doing customer service for so long, and I always say, like, I feel like everybody should do a customer service job just at least once in their life, especially when they're younger, just to understand how hard it is, and that we need to treat everybody with decency. um yeah, so just saying. um Man, what are you doing? My cat's looking out the window, being nosy. She black. If she were a person, she would be black. We have two cards that came out. We have pretending. It says fake and living beyond means. Interesting. Not sure where that's going just yet, but we will figure it out. And we also have meeting. Two or more people, discussions, and planning. Interesting. So with those cards, and let's just see what's surrounding it. Observe. Oh, okay. So I'm already picking up on there might be two different energies happening in this reading. It might be a past person, and it might be a newer person coming in. Or just new energy in the sense of what it is that you guys have been, waiting for, hoping for, that kind of thing. It says social media, fascination, curiosity, watching from a distance, projected. This is happening pretty much like kind of now, future, weeks, days, and months. So this is happening like very, very near future. Yeah, see, exactly. That's right, Lati. You were just talking about that, weren't you? We also have children here, young, childhood, and playful. So I'm getting a lot of different messages there. One of the things I'm getting is somebody could have been childish that you dealt with, and now they're just watching, waiting, lurking around. For some of you, this could even be the mother or father of your child if you have kids with somebody, or you've known them since you were a child. Like, I heard childhood memories. So it's kind of giving me like Six of Cups vibes maybe for some. Again, this is a collective, so just, take the messages as they resonate and leave the rest behind. So there will be, numerous different interpretations of the cards as they come out. And I just use my intuition based on what I'm picking up, what I hear, what I feel, so on and so forth. For those of you who are newer watchers, tell us more. More cards again. A lot of cards coming out in twos. All right, interesting. We have hamster wheel, surviving, daily hustle here. And we have triggers, name, car, and place. Interesting. Where are they going with that? Travel, realization. All right, I think I get where they're going with this. There could be somebody in your energy, and I'm definitely still picking up on that, the possible past person who, like, they're kind of going through it right now. And just, they're kind of try to come in. This is somebody you might have distanced yourself from physically. Like, they're realizing now, especially if they see, like, if they're watching you and stuff, like the way that Spirit is trying to, kind of indicate here. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Like, they see you glowing up. They see, yep, pop up. Thank you, Spirit. Again, this is somebody who you've already distanced yourself from. They might live at a physical distance from you. And as you're working on yourself and you're glowing up, you're doing your own thing, there are people that are trying to come back into your energy and into your space and do some bullshit. Because they're not in a good place and they're not, where they want to be. So when they see you doing great, now they're like, ooh, I could come back around and try to fuck that up. No, thank you. I feel like that energy shows up so often. Like, you can't make it up even if you wanted to. It's like, look, the send is here. It says expansion, evolution, universal intelligence, and stay connected to spirit. So you guys, again, you're like leveling up. You're, moving past, bullshit things that were, taking place where you're like, yeah, nah, I can't do that. The things that were weighing you down, you leveled up and you've been working on that sense of growth. It says grip, anchor, chains and weighed down. Yeah, you understood your self-worth, values, self-esteem, confidence. Be empowered by valuing yourself. Love that. You guys are looking for that, or I don't want to say the word looking for, but you're waiting for patiently for unconditional love. You have unconditional, genuine, certain, and love here in the middle. Let's get like two more from here, and then I'm gonna pull from some other decks and see what's going on. What else does the collective need to know, Spirit? Clear some most accurate messages for the collective. Woo! Okay, so which ones flips? Because a whole bunch of cards came out, but only some of them flipped. So let's see. It was weird how they split like that too. That's strange. It doesn't usually happen like this. Okay, I'm gonna take them because the ones that flipped, like they flipped like weird. Like some of them are still, despite how the deck fell, some of them are still facing the, the opposite way. And I'm just like, oh, of all those cards that fell, only three of them came out, but they were like in different parts of the deck. That means that they were meant to come out. We have Ascension. That goes back to Ascend, right? Can't make this up even if you wanted to. Spiritual Path, Awakening. Wow. Along with Magnetic, Unexplainable Pull and Can't Resist. Interesting. Perception, Red Flags, Delusion, Perspective, See Through Your Own False Beliefs. Interesting. And Awakening, Realization. We had a card about realization earlier too, but it wasn't on the main spread. Progress, your twin is awakening to your connection. Interesting. So this could be a twin flame journey for some, whether you know the person yet or not. But it's giving me like, as you guys are working on yourself, let's say if you haven't met your twin yet, or if even if it's not an actual twin flame journey, it could just be like, you know, the next person in your life who's coming in when it comes to love, right? You got that old past energy that I heard the word stagnant, that kept you feeling stuck, wasn't going anywhere. And as you're working on yourself, right, we have Ascend back to back. So it's like from two different decks, mind you. So it's like, there's this draw, this pull towards what it is that you actually want. And you're basically, welcoming it in, and you're like a magnet for it right now. You're starting to see, like past mistakes and stuff like that for what it was worth, and the lessons that had to come with those mistakes. Um, in which case, there might be an offer that might be made at some point or another with this newer person coming in. I kind of like it. Bottom of the deck, we have offer. It says gesture, engagement, wedding. We already saw marriage. Rejoice in your union. So it's giving me like the next person that might come around, or as long as it feels right, could be like the person that, could be the one. That's what I'm kind of picking up on so far. We have fear here on the top of the deck. Darkness, hesitation, insecurity. Know that you are protected. Like you are protected from the bullshit. And Spirit wants you to know that. So when you're having those moments of doubt and you're afraid of what's to come, and you're trying to welcome in and attract, the ideal partner and things like that, you've manifested this. And it's like they're just saying, make sure that you keep your perception of the situation and the circumstances that you did face in the past. Make sure that you understand what those things meant and what they were there for. They were all lessons. And now that you're hopefully learning that, it allows for the right partnership to come in. And I'm getting a really big emphasis on the word partnership. Like this is somebody who, not only is there going to be a lot of love involved, but it's going to be truly like a like growing together kind of dynamic, which is beautiful. I remember this, it could take time. For some of you, this could be happening, right now. Everybody's on different timelines, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, we have legal. I mean, we're getting legal marriage here, like court paperwork and filed, right? The other thing I just picked up on though with that card is I'm getting like contracts. So I'm getting like karmic contracts that have had to come to a close in order to welcome in this new contract, right? And actually, ironically enough, Lati from Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, check her out. Literally just today, she was talking about. She had picked up on an energy of karmic debts, but she also picked up on an energy of dharmic debts too, which is about good karma, right? We always hear the word karma, we think it's bad, bad, bad. Remember, karma is what you put out, right? But then there's also like this you know, the lessons and stuff that need to be learned, so on and so forth. And then you clear that table, so to speak, and you can welcome in the, you know, the more positive things. That's your dharma, which is very different. So understanding that this might be about, you know, that period now that's about to come in, especially with 2026 coming in, where we can welcome in, you know, new things after we've done all that shedding, right, all that letting go of the past. This year has been a rough one for a lot of people, myself included, in very different areas of life, various areas. So a lot of us might have, you know, really finished our contractual agreements, you know, meaning that, you know, we close out those karmic debts and cycles, and now we're able to start new positive cycles. So that's what I'm picking up with that too. One more from here, Spirit. That's a really good question, Mr. Black Eyes. That's a great question. And my girls are kind of, my girl Aya just kind of responded. And that's a great response, especially the past life part. Ironically, I've been wanting to do a past life reading recently. Um, so, nail on the head, you know, like if you haven't done the work in other past lives, you know, if you believe in reincarnation and stuff, which I do, it will follow you to the next lifetime, you know, and a lot of the same energies and, you know, people or their souls, so on. So like, that's what, have you ever heard of terms like soul contracts and stuff like that? You know, until those contracts are closed out, which means you have to do a certain amount of work in each lifetime, it kind of just stays, you know, so on and so forth. Tell us more. What we got? Surrender. Yes, exactly. This is about letting go. I heard let go and let God. So detach, trust, free fall, have faith that all is well. Like that. Ironically enough, just a second ago it changed. But there were 6 people and 5 lights. It was definitely giving me like karma, right? Which we were just kind of picking up on. And 11 is the number of like the justice card. So I was kind of getting that, even though like the surrender card is more like the hanged man energy, but for some reason I was picking up on that too. And it's just like about, you know, as you like learn to let go of the things that no longer serve you. Yeah, listen. Rise above. So we have ascension, ascending, rise above. It's all the same fucking shit, right? It's like you can't possibly like not understand this is really about you guys rising above the stuff that you guys have already been through and moving forward and past it. We have drama, obstacles, pettiness, find the strength to rise. Yes, rising above the circumstances, right? Even if it's like in a sense of like an ego death. I'm getting that too. Hey Monique, what's up? We have mirroring here. Reflection, twin, wholeness, synchronicity abounds. Here on the top of the deck. So for somebody, this could be a twin flame journey. You might your twin could be going through very similar things that you're currently facing, and you guys are both doing what you need to do outside of, you know, your connection with each other, and that person might come back if you already met that person, and if you haven't met them, you know, you guys are working on, you know, repairing yourselves and working on yourselves separately so that you can be ready for union. For others, it could be a soulmate connection, like a very strong one. Yeah, offer is here again. I'm telling you. Second time that's there. All right, so let's see. I have so many cards here, and I'm just like, where do I start? All right, I kind of feel like I want to do a Celtic cross. I very rarely do them on the channel, but I think I feel drawn to do that. So let's do it. And I'm gonna have a little sippy of my wine. Got a nice little Pinot Noir here from Italy. Yum. All right, so let's see. Let's get a Celtic cross when it comes to this energy that we're seeing, Spirit. There's the most accurate messages for the collective. And thank you to all my moderators who are doing an amazing job at hiding stupid people and their messages and all that stuff and blocking people, because as we know, the spiritual community is always, you know, attacked in some kind of way. It's ridiculous. It really is. But used to it by now. So a lot of times I don't even pay, like if I don't know the name, I don't even sometimes pay attention to it. Not to say that like if you're new, like I'm not going to pay attention to you, but I can kind of sometimes feel the energy from the name before I even read the comment, and I just be like, I'll ignore that one. It's weird how I can do that. Look at that, the devil. They're the devil. They talk about us, but no, they're the devil. They got some screws loose that they need to work on. They ain't got shit to do with us. Um, so let's see. With that being on the bottom though, that's about like releasing those karmic ties, right? The karma, the the negativity, the drama, the codependencies, addictions, like letting all that shit go. Anything that made you feel like bound to something that was not for you, letting that shit go, right? All right, Spirit. So, I was about to say, what's the overall energy? All right, the overall energy is the Emperor. Okay, let's just see what's around it though, because you never know. Ooh, the Lovers. Okay, Strength. Okay, so I'm getting that this might be you guys. Some of you guys might have Aries in your chart. I think this is you guys though. Whether you're male or female doesn't matter. Or non-binary, whatever the case. But I do feel like I'm getting like you guys were in a disconnected, yeah, that's what it is. You guys were in a disconnected relationship and overextended and poured out way too much in a connection with somebody who was just not on your level and needed to kind of, make a choice to say, okay, I have to remove myself. Yeah. That situation could have made you feel like you were stuck or like things were just moving so slow. Yeah, see, came down to decisions. You had to learn how to, let go. I heard let go and let God earlier, and I hear it again. Like you had to like take control over your own life and say, there are certain things that I can't accept anymore. And this was what was necessary for you guys to be able to move past it. And it took a lot of strength for you to do this. I'm getting Aries energy. I'm also getting some of you might have fire in your chart somewhere. I also was picking up on Leo energy. So let me know if that resonates in the comments. Tell us more. What was the challenge here? Thank you. I was like, fuck that shit. Okay. Yep. Yep. See, I'm getting that. I'm getting a couple of different things, but the main thing I'm getting with this Queen of Cups here, or Queen of Swords rather, yeah, I was like, fuck this. It took a lot of effort for you guys to be able to see clearly through the bullshit. And that caused a lot of burdens. Ten of Wands here. It caused a lot of burdens. But you had to move on. Chariot card here. You had to move on from the past. Six of Cups. Remember, I was picking up on Six of Cups earlier too. This is somebody who, is definitely past energy that you had to release and move on from. But you did that with a sense of success and completion. Like we don't have the World here yet, but the Chariot is to me, is a very similar card to that. Like moving on, saying, yep, you sure enough did, La. You definitely did. Like I said, thank you guys for being so diligent in the comment section and helping out with that. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, definitely just this energy of, understanding, hey, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. And I'm not gonna stay in a stupid ass situation with a stupid ass person that all they do is like, bring down my energy. They don't make me feel. I just heard valued. You might have felt like you were devalued by a person from your past. That could have contributed a lot to this. Tell us more. Tell us more. Something wanted to come out, but it didn't come out. Thank you. All right, what we got? All right, so there is definitely a sense of dissatisfaction right now in the Department of Love for a lot of you guys who end up resonating with this reading. Four of Cups. Literally on her shirt, it says over it. And it's like, I definitely understand, because it's like, when things are not going well in that department, it puts you in a position where it's like, you know, there's like a sense of dissatisfaction. But I will say this: don't miss out on opportunities simply because of the fact that you're focused too much on the past, because that's where like those emotions start to come in. Like, you look at those three cups that are there that you're staring at that are empty, but then you have the hand of the Most High trying to offer you something, and you don't want to miss out on those opportunities when they present themselves. So just keep that in mind too. For some of you, you might have been involved in a third party connection, and that could be part of the reason why you feel the way you feel when it comes to love. Like, oh, I'm just gonna get cheated on again anyway. Like, what's the point? Like, I just heard that. Understood. So I'm even getting trust issues for some. Yeah, you're guarded. You have Nine of Wands. You've been through a lot, right? You've been through a lot, and it puts you in a position where it's like, okay, well, now I have my guard up, and I don't know if this is something I want or I'm ready for, which is understandable. um, it's definitely understandable. But look, now the world is officially on the spread, because I felt that energy earlier too. Um, we have the world here. That's about successful completion. So, understanding that, you have to look past, all the stuff that happened in the past, and be able to, navigate, rise above, right, and say, okay, I know that there is something more out there for me than this. And being able to, take ownership and accountability, hence that Emperor card that showed up. Ownership and accountability over your circumstance, and say, okay, yes, some things have happened to me. I had to learn some lessons. I've been through some stuff, but not using it as a crutch or an excuse every time, it's time to, possibly put yourself out there again. Can't, you can't do that. So, yeah, because look, you don't want to miss out on offers like this. You got the Ace of Pentacles, baby. Like, you like the most, again, the hand of the Most High is trying to offer you something big. They're like, please accept this. Like, when the time is right, But, a lot of you guys who do resonate with this will be able to say, yeah, I feel kind of, in this place of, lack, and even though I don't see the Five of Cups yet, but like, or Five of Pentacles rather. But for some reason, I said place of lack. And when I say lack, I mean, maybe emotional lack. But again, a lot of that starts within, right? We have to, like Lati just said, we're responsible for our own happiness. You can't put all of that shit on somebody else. That's not their job. You know what I mean? They can add to your life, they can add happiness, but it's not their job to make you happy. Like, it doesn't work that way. So, there might still be some like inner work to do, right? With that, within the heart space, the heart chakra. That's what I'm kind of picking up on. Um, but let's look deeper. Let's see what else is going on. If this is resonating with you guys, let me know in the comments. Let me know the reactions. Hit that like button, so on and so forth. All of those things are very helpful with connecting. See? Challenging position. We have the Fool. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's about, wanting to take that leap of faith, and that's why that Surrender card came out earlier too. This is the same energy as that card. So with this Fool card here in the challenging position, and this is like what's kind of hidden or what lies beneath, is basically saying like there's that fear. I heard failure to launch. There's fear attached to the idea of finding love again, right? Christian. Hi, Christian. Merry Christmas. Yeah, so yeah, look, and then the moon, that's about hidden energy as well. It's like, you know, there are these fears that lie beneath the surface that, you guys maybe sometimes feel like you've moved past, but it still kind of lingers. And there's a song, what group was that? Was it the Cranberries or something? I can't remember the name of the group, but there's a song from the early 90s. Some of you guys might remember the song, but it's like something like, just let it linger. I don't know all the words. I know the melody, but it's a good song. Really good song. I feel like it might be the Cranberries, but I could be wrong. if any of you guys want to do a quick Google search, look for a song called Linger. I know that's the name of the song. And let me know if that what the name of the group is, but it's a really good song. Um, yeah, see, it's like you guys want like the whole happy family life, 10 of cups here. Like that's literally like your happily ever after, but there's that fear because of the past that has made you feel a sense of hurt and loss. See how the again going back to like how I was saying like those 3 cups that don't have anything in them. You knocked them over, you know, or they're just empty. And look what's there behind you that you don't see. The 2 of cups, which is about partnerships, right? So it's like you know that sense of loss that you've felt. We had that 4 of cups there. Now we got the 5 of cups. It's like, I can understand. I can empathize when it comes to that. Why you might feel, some of you might feel the fact that like you want love and you want to feel ready for it, but you're not. Some of you might not quite feel like it just yet. And, you know, fear is a thing, understandably so. But again, we have to take accountability for ourselves and our own actions and our feelings and things like that, and address them. Understand. I might post some shadow cards later and understand where it's coming from. Where does it stem from? Because it comes from a place, and it's just about trying to understand more about where it comes from. Right? Tell us more. Look into the recent past. What's going on there? You have 6 of Wands. Interesting for that to be past energy because that's about success and victory. The Hermit. Now I see why I'm saying that. This is about being alone. This is about taking time to isolate oneself and do a lot of inner work, shadow work. Hence why I just said I picked up on the energy, didn't I? I was like, I'm picking up on shadow work. I might pull some shadow cards later. And it makes a lot of sense that that will show up because that's exactly, yeah, exactly. You had to close out that old cycle, and that is what brought you that sense of success and victory. You did this with such grace, and now there's just like those, do you have to let it linger? Like, fuck, that fucking song is gonna keep on lingering. Can someone please do a Google search for me? It's a good song, and I just can't remember who sings it. It might not be the Cranberries. I can't remember. It's gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna have to look it up if nobody else gets around to it. Yeah, the Hanged One, aka the Hanged Man. And we talked about surrendering, right? So I remember I was picking up on like Hanged Man energy. I was picking up on mix up with that surrender card earlier. I picked up on Hanged Man. I also picked up on the Fool, and they both ended up showing up. So just saying. Tell us more. What's like the incoming energy for the collective? Tell us more. Greatly appreciate you guys being here on this Christmas night. I hope that you guys had a nice day. I hope that you guys spent time with family. I hope some of you guys got rest. Whatever you needed to do today to make it special for yourself. Like today I cooked for my family, which always makes me happy when they be like, damn, Shadow, that was good. And then they go take a nap. I'm like, yes, I did what I needed to do. They got the itis and they're happy. They got full bellies. I even fed low key brag. Just joking, it's not a brag at all. But I know this is like the season of giving, and I try to be a giving person all the time. But the person that helped me with when my car got broken into the first time, he helped me like he was homeless, or is homeless, and he helped patch up my window like with the plastic. He helped like clean out the glass, and he didn't have to do that. That was literally just from the goodness of his heart. He wasn't expecting anything. He had used to see my son like going to the store, and like my son would, like give him stuff and stuff. So when he realized who I was, he was like, "Oh, that's your son. Oh my God, you're a teacher." He's like, "Oh, I got you. I'm gonna help you clear out your car." I was like, "Thank you so much." Like, you didn't have to do that, and it was just really kind. And I bumped into him yesterday when I was leaving my job, and he was like, how you doing? How's your son? Where is he? Blah, blah, blah. I haven't seen him. I'm like, oh, he's in St. Thomas with his dad's family. And he's like, wow, that's so cool. He's going back to Cali, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, he's going to go down south for a bit. He was like, okay, cool. I was like, yeah, you won't see him for a while. And then he was like, oh, man, he's such a nice kid. Like, you did such a good job with him, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, thank you so much. And then he's like, what you got planned for Christmas? And I told him, well, I'm going to be cooking for my family, blah, blah, blah. And then when he said, do you think that you can bring me a plate? Because I know where he stays. And I was like, I got you. So I brought him a plate earlier, and that felt really good because like I just got like goosebumps thinking about it. It gave me I'm like I got goosebumps, but I feel warm at the same time. If that makes any sense. Like, you know, this is a time to give, you know, rather than receive, and it felt good to do that. So the point I'm making is, I hope that you guys are all, you know, in that spirit of giving as well, and you know, being there for, you know, people and all of that, you know what I mean, like the best that you can, you know. I know all of us are going through different things and we're all struggling, and you know, like when I went to the grocery store yesterday, I was like, damn, I really want to give like to the Salvation Army people with the bell in the front, and I'm like, shit, I only had a couple of dollars, but I mean, yeah, a couple of dollars is a couple of dollars, right? So, you know, whatever we can do to help others, you know, for some reason spirit wanted me to put that out there. All right, so incoming energy, we have the death. And remember, I was picking up on ego death earlier. I had mentioned that. Um, yeah, major endings that bring major transformations. So that's a beautiful energy. Like people get scared when they see the death card, like if they don't know tarot, like you guys know tarot, like it could be a little bit off-putting, right? But no, it's actually a really positive card in my personal opinion. Like it represents transformation. And not to mention it represents number 13, and I was born on the 13th, a Friday at that. So I think it's a cool number. It's actually my favorite. But yeah, you know, putting an end to all the heartbreak and pain, right? This is all about your healing, right? Exactly. Transformation, Lati. This is about transformation. Working on self. Working on self so that with this Eight of Pentacles here, so that you guys can, you know, really, you know, become that better version of yourself and be prepared. You know, you're loving on yourself more. And it's not just about, you know, seeking validation and love and all that stuff outside of self, but making sure that you have it within is what I'm picking up on. Yeah. Page of Cups here. Some of you might get a love offer in the near future. It might be a very small gesture starting out, but it could become something more. But I'm also getting that some of this is like also giving me like working on the process of self-love and also nurturing the inner child. Because the page is usually a child. So I heard innocence. Like there's, and then my air just started kind of doing its own little tweaky thing. Um, yeah, so that might resonate with some of you. This energy of like having to like do like a little bit of introspection and understanding where some of these things stem from, right? Maybe some traumas and things like that that stem from the childhood that you're still working through to be able to, you know, understand who you are currently as a person and where that stuff comes from. Like kind of like the foundation, right? Tell us more. I hope you guys are resonating with this message so far. Also in the comment section, because I'm trying to get ideas of other things to look into for readings. If you guys don't mind and you guys are interested in more readings from me on the lives or whatever, give me some topics or types of readings that you're interested in. Like if you wanted to see like, you know, pick a card readings or like things about like, you know, signs, like zodiac signs or elements, different topics to look into, let me know in the comments. All right, tell us more. I'm trying to, you know, broaden my horizons here and make sure that, you know, I appease the crowd, so to speak. You know, career and finance, all whatever topics you guys are interested in, let me know. Tell me more, Spirit. Or tell us more, rather. Thank you. So the attitude at this time for you guys, and it makes a lot of sense because we already kind of talked about it. We have the Six of Swords here, which is about moving on. It's about transitioning from something. It's about going from the rough waters to the, smoother waters in life. After, like, I heard the word tumultuous, like, having all those periods of time where things were really rocky and heavy and, just not the best. That sense of, again, loss, right? Sadness, moving past that, working on self. Yes, working on self. We have the Three of Pentacles here on the bottom. There's nudity on that picture, so I'm going to avoid showing it. um, Queen of Wands on the top, which is about, like, the Queen of Wands represents, like, somebody who's very, like, she's confident in herself and she's assertive. So she's also very creative. So she's like a businesswoman, a go-getter kind of energy in the moon. So it's giving me like you're rising above this energy of, like, the fears and anxieties from, your past. No more crying over spilt milk. You're moving past that with a sense of confidence and assertiveness, and saying, I know that I have rule over this part of my life. And that's why I think I keep picking up on fire energy, because even earlier in the reading I kept on picking up on, like, every fire sign practically, especially Leo and Aries. Those were the two in particular that stuck out to me. So let me know in the comments if that resonates with either or any of you guys. But yeah, that's what I was picking up on. Tell us more. Tell us more. Yeah, makes sense. So the environment right now is Nine of Wands. Again, individuals who have been through a lot, right? Been through a lot. Really trying to, rise and shine. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever said that, like, in this context before, but I heard it. Like, rise and shine. We saw rise above and ascension, ascend. Like, we saw all this energy of this, like, moving past, right? Old stagnant energy. And the Nine of Wands represents a sense of resilience. It represents, again, a person who's been through a lot. It's like a wounded warrior kind of energy. And there is a sense of feeling guarded, rightfully so. But you're also very, again, resilient, strong individuals who, despite your circumstances of what you've been through, you're learning how to, grow from it. And I am also getting that you guys are at this place right now where, and it makes sense because we saw the Queen of Swords earlier, you're not taking no bullshit. And I'm all for it. All for it. And hey, bud, if you don't feel like I'm helping, you could easily go to another page. It's a free reading. Like, it's not one-sided at all. Like, I'm looking at all the different perspectives, including accountability. If it was one-sided, I'll be like, that person was a piece of shit and you deserved better and you did nothing wrong ever. Like, that would be one-sided. So maybe learn what one-sided means, and then you can say something. Because you don't even make any sense right now. But anyway. Back to the reading, friends. So yeah, Six of Cups, right? Again, the sense of, the past is the past, letting it go. Again, taking accountability for your own actions, your own behaviors, and how those may have affected the outcomes of your circumstances. That's accountability, my friends. That is called being not one-sided, but actually looking at everything from a multidimensional freaking facet and being able to see things from different perspectives. That, my friends, is what you call not being one-sided. Now, you could go watch the other fucking readers who sit there and be like, spoke up your ass and say, oh, you were so perfect in your relationship all the time and they just did you so wrong. And no, Where do you see that any of that anywhere in this reading? Okay. Right? Am I crazy, guys? Am I crazy? A little bit sometimes, yeah. I am my daddy's daughter, after all. Crazy ass Cape Verdean. But yeah. Right? Okay. Let's get back to it. So like I said, a sense of feeling a little bit guarded because of the things you've been through, but also a sense of resilience, right? Growing, expanding, understanding that you had to rise above the circumstances, learning from mistakes, so on and so forth, right? Ego death. What is an ego death? That means that all the negative things about yourself, you kill that shit, right? You're done with it. You're not allowing yourself to, use toxic ways about yourself to freaking stay stuck and stagnant. I don't understand why people don't understand what that means, but okay. Because it's one sided, right? Stupid. Anywho. Let's see. Let's see. Tell us some more. What are the hopes and or fears here when it comes to love for the collective at this time? Those who do resonate. Thank you, Spirit. Ah, yes, yes. A sense of independence. I like it. Hey, Merry Christmas, Chris. Love you. Love you and Teen. All the love to you and the fam, too. I hope your mom's doing well and everybody else, your sister, your niece, everybody. Love you and miss you. All right, so I love this. This is a sense of independence, right? You guys are focusing on your bag. You're focusing on a sense of self-worth and value. Remember earlier in the reading, I actually mentioned something about self-worth and value. I felt a sense of feeling maybe possibly devalued in past relationships where now you're like, okay, I have to, again, rise above that, right? So you're doing a lot of that inner work. You're working on, yourself in different ways, not just financially, but I think like just intrinsically. Like you're like, okay, this is, about me being able to grow and see, like, even though it's not the 7 of Pentacles, which is about like, watching the fruit of your labor come together, this is like the aftermath of that. So, excuse me, like she literally has like carrots in her hand and there's this whole like harvest, right? That's you guys. So I'm getting like the hope is that all that effort that you have put into um growing and expanding and working on yourself, you're hoping that all of it actually, yeah, all the things you walked away from, right? All the things that you walked away from, coming into fruition and, seeing the bright side of it, right? You released this. You released this energy. Yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta hit up Colin Sharice and like get together, maybe smoke a J, because I smoke now. Yeah, that would be nice. Get in the booth and do some music. That would be so cool. Yeah, we gotta do like a group chat and try to set something up. Cause yeah, I think we all got something to talk about. Love you. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. Things coming together. And I heard the word cohesion. Making sure that, after walking away from connections and people in certain situations that no longer serve you, hoping that, now you'll be in the presence of those who actually work on the same time that you do. You know what I mean? And vice versa, equally yoked. Big, big, big part of this. Because there's, again, this great sense of, feeling lost, but then there's this release at the same time. So you guys have been doing, from what I can see here, for those of you, if this is your reading, you guys have been doing a lot of work, and I would say I'm proud of you. And I think Spirit is also proud of you. So this is beautiful. Tell us more. Let's get likely outcome, and then we're gonna get a little bit nosy and see more. Wait, there's more. Like this is like the hippie sappy, like, oh, we're gonna grow and expand, and now we're gonna get messy and see what's going on behind the scenes. Because why the fuck not? You guys have a right to know. What we got? And that's the motherfucking truth. So we have clarity, right? The sense of clarity, and the truth being seen, being spoken. And this comes after a period of resting. Four of Swords here, you know, resting and working on self. Um, and being able to, you know, work on that healing process, because obviously, you know, there's this energy that you guys have been through some things and had to do a lot of, you know, I heard the word adaptation. There's adapting that had to happen too, right? You know, again, going back to what I was saying before, when someone tried to say that this is a one-sided reading, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It literally make no sense. Like, if it was one-sided, then I would be saying that the other person was just toxic and that's it. Like, I'm saying you had toxic ways too, for the majority of you who are, you know, resonating with this, and you're learning what those toxic ways were and how to work on it, right? Common sense, but not everybody has it. So we have Queen of Cups on the bottom here. Yeah, getting those emotions in control, man. Get those emotions in control and get the fuck out of your head. Okay, hence why clarity is so important with that Ace of Swords. You know, sometimes it takes a period of time, like, to just, you know, we had the Hermit earlier too. It's like taking that sense of, you know, alone time, right? Being able to isolate oneself to, you know, discover these new things, because you're not going to always, you know what all this stuff means until you go through it and you actually, like, dissect it. You know, again, it could go back for some of you as far back as childhood. Like, what did you witness as a, you know, a kid, right? Things like that. So, oh, that's so cool, Aya. Okay, okay. I'm gonna try to make the rest of this, not, I'm not gonna rush it, but I'm gonna try to make sure I pop in. Love you, and thank you for being here. Merry Christmas. Like I said, guys, check her out, Aya Inspired Tarot. She's amazing. And as well as my girl, Tears and Wheat Tarot Show. Amazing, amazing individuals. Those are my sisters right there. Love them. Absolutely love them. So yeah, we have Two of Wands here, right? That's about leaving things behind. That's about choices, right? It's about making sure that you know, do what's necessary to move forward, past the things that, again, no longer serve you. Because, like, you have these two directions that you can go in. You can stay where the fuck you're at, or you can move on. So it's like you guys are choosing to move on. Let's see. I think I want to be nosy and read from the What Lies Beneath deck. We'll just get a few from here and maybe a few What's the Tease, and yeah, because I want to check my girl out. That's my girl. I love her. Guys, like, literally, this woman, aka Aya Inspired Tarot, she can go live for like 6 hours. I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? I'm tired after 2. So, like, I think the longest I've ever gone was 5 or 6 hours. And I was doing like personals, and I was exhausted after. I was so exhausted. I'm like, how the fuck does she do this all the time? It's fucking amazing. So that's what I'm saying. Go check her out. And like I said, you know, got my girl, Tears and Wheat Tarot Show. She be doing the collectives too, or the personals rather. I think she's going to be doing some on, well, active subscriber readings on Saturday, I believe, at 8, if I remember correctly. So check her out too, and she just does amazing collective readings on a regular, like several throughout the day. So it's crazy. Oh boy, so this is probably that past person we were talking about, promiscuous, sleeps around a hot free for all you, sleeps with your man, gross. Yeah, this, I feel like this is gonna be very, very reminiscent of what we saw in La T's reading earlier. She picked up on some stuff. I was like, you know what's crazy, La? I wanted to do a possible, like, no contact love reading, but I changed it to just to a general one to see what pop up. And I mean, it seems like the energy's still showing up anyway. But I guarantee you, a lot of the same cards are gonna come up. Hey, blessings, what's up? Merry Christmas. All right, game over. Game over. It's done. It's over with. You're like, no, thank you. Want no parts, which is good. Because again, and the thing is, it's like when we see this reading, right? We're seeing that there's not much energy of like a new person yet. The perspective, I mean, the I'm reading the word perspective because of the card that's there, but the potential is there for something new, right? Because it's definitely going to happen. Um, but yeah, like it's just a matter of dealing with all this other shit first, you know? Sexual protection. Ew. So yeah. I mean, we got some clear indications that this person's nasty. Caution on the bottom. Like ew. Yep. Um mm-mm. They going through it and it's like they want to try to come back around. No, thank you. Recording, announcement, expression, and revealing. Interesting. I wonder what that's about. Maybe they're just like, oh, ooh, this sounds like a. This is very very specific. This is not gonna be for everybody. If any of you guys have ever had intimate sessions with an ex or something, we have fulfilling a fantasy, and then we have promiscuous here again, what's in the middle, and bad choices. They might have those recordings still. Um, I don't like that feeling. I don't know if they're planning on like, let's say if like they want to be like do some type of retaliation or something, like if you don't accept them back or something, like they might try to put it out there or something. I'm getting something like that. That's not gonna be for everybody, so just take it as it resonates. But that would be a lawsuit. So hopefully they're not stupid enough to do no shit like that. Yikes. Don't know how I feel about that. That was a very channeled message there, and that's not gonna be for everybody. That's why you gotta be careful if you do happen to do that kind of stuff. Just be mindful of who you do it with, because you can't trust everybody. Some people get, in their feelings or something, and they want to go putting it online and shit like that, or showing people. Not cool. So yeah, your nudes and videos and stuff, just be mindful. Getting a room, hotel, motel, suite, business, and pleasure. So I'm getting like this past person, they might be the type that they get a lot of hotel rooms and like to record a lot of stuff. Um, that would be like an indicator of who this person might be if you're trying to figure out who this person um, was or is. Um, yeah, outdated, but you don't deal with this person anymore, so that's how we know it's old news. Um, yeah, oof. Don't want to hear it. And sex shop, like the sex shop card wanted to jump out, even though it's underneath the other card. So, but yeah, I'm definitely getting like this was like more of a sexual connection than anything. Depression, they're going through it. And the thing is, it's like I feel like this person is battling a lot of demons because of the fact that like they have like these promiscuous ways, and they might have like, I'm getting sex addiction. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Um, I'm getting something along those lines. So again, if that's making sense at all, I'm not taking all of these. If that's making sense, like let me know in the comments, or if you feel comfortable. Um, or you could just, send your reactions. But it's very interesting. Tell us more. Get like 2 or 3 more from here. Falling apart, falling into pieces. Yeah. This person's going through it bad. Insecure. They might have had a lot of insecurities. Betrayal. Yeah, this person fucked you over big time. And no wonder you might have like siren in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's kind of in the distance, so you might not be able to hear it. But every time I read, there's always a siren, that or a car alarm, every time. That or I sneeze. It's one of those things. Um, but yeah, like, ooh, pregnancy test. Yeah, like this person, whew, I'm happy you got away from him. Because look what's in what. Hold up. It says check yourself too. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Um, but then right there when I was trying to split the deck initially, but then the card like flipped over underneath it, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I have to look at it. Love story was in the middle, so it's like I was about to say, like it's preparing you for a real love story. Like this is like one of those situations in which it was a rough one, but now that that is all over and done with, like now you get to, welcome in what's really for you. Didn't I just say I heard sirens in the background? And now we have the police. Now, again, it's different for everybody, but it could just be more of a warning versus like, and we saw the caution card too. Like, the police might never ever been involved with you guys, but let's say if it was like domestic violence situations and things like that. Let me know in the comments if you're comfortable, or you could let me know through reactions, um, or by hitting the like button if you haven't done so already, so on and so forth. But yeah, this person, I'm getting big time warning signs, and we have fake apology here. So yeah, 4 people and 11 likes. That's like 411, right? That represents information. So there's like I'm getting like more information to know about somebody because they're putting on a fucking show, right? They're I'm getting big time fake kind of shit. Yeah, kick to the curb. You kicked their ass to the curb. For some of you, they might have lived with you. You kicked them out of your house. Let me know in the comment sections if that makes sense. Let's get a few from the What's the Tea, and then I have a couple more decks I wanted to read from, and that'll be it. We have Bad Reputation. Clout Hungry. Says anything, does anything, make shit up and dramatic. Interesting. Let's see how these cards bounce off of each other, because that'll give us some more confirmations if they do. This is a crazy ass reading. Like, I didn't know where it was gonna go. Like I said, at first I was gonna do like a no contact and end up showing up anyway. So it's like, now I'm like, now I want to be nosy. Queen Rising, yes, that's you guys. Exactly. Stepping into power, praise, coming up, spotlight. Like that. That's you guys. That's like almost like the Empress. Um, yeah, you guys are leveling up and you're doing your own thing. Like, y'all ain't worried about nobody. Those flew out. Jeez. Okay. Okay, so we got what, 3 cards here? Yeah, we got 3 cards. Looking you up, researching you, studying you, and getting info. I just said something about information, right? 411. If you call 411, it's the information hotline. I think that's still a thing, right? What's the 411, hun? An offer. So they're like, look, this person's looking you up so they could give some type of fake ass offer. And the thing is, like, they might want you for your money. So just be mindful of what their intentions are if they come back around. Because I don't think any of you guys want this person. So it's like, it's very clear that this would be a absolute fucking no. So it's like, and I think you guys know that. I think you guys have already been doing your work and you are well aware that this is not what you want. Always partying, you know, and you're probably doing drugs and shit like that and drinking too much. This is not the energy you want around you, for sure. Tell us more. Let's do like 3 or 4 more from here. Hooked. Hooked, line, and sinker, baby. Like, I'm getting like, I ain't gonna hold you. It could, especially with the energy we just saw, it could be the sex that really hooks them. But you moved on. Like, I think a lot of you guys, like, we said this way early in the reading, that like, you guys have probably like physically moved from this person, something like that. So yeah, no facts, never has the facts, makes shit up and lies. Interesting. Photo, yeah, they be trying to like find shit, like looking for, my ears started ringing like crazy when I said that part. Let me know if this resonates in the comment section. I'm picking up on energy of like an ex that used to like try to find shit like online and stuff, or like just always like clocking you and stuff like that. Like, oh, where were you? Why did it take you so long to get home? Blah blah blah, like shit like that. And it's like a lot of, like, I'm getting like a jealousy streak. and, you know, trying to figure out like what every little thing about your whereabouts and shit. I'm picking up on something like that. Let me know in the comment section if that makes sense. That shit's such a turn off. Such a turn off. Yeah, drama starter for no fucking reason, mind you. It's like you guys could be like in a good place, and all of a sudden they would pick a fucking fight. The reason why they were picking a fight though is probably because they had a bitch on the side or a nigga on the side, so they would try to skedaddle to see them. Pick a fight, go to the next motherfucker. So it's like they would purposely start shit with you so they could go, you know, handle their other business. And that's why Spirit is like, for some of you, you know, you might want to, if you haven't done so already, get tested. You know, especially if you know that you were faithful and all of that, and it's like, but they were doing their bullshit. Like, just make sure that you're good, because that person might have, you know, contracted something. And your sexual health is very important. So just make sure, especially like before you go dealing with other people, just make sure you're good. Safe sex is the best sex. That's what I just heard. I literally just heard, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things, sex, baby. I heard that. And then I also saw like an image, not I didn't hear a song, but I saw the image of like TLC when they used to have like all the condoms like on their glasses and all that stuff back in like the early 90s. Yep, exactly. Left eye. If I need it in the morning or in the middle of the night, I ain't too proud to beg, no. I might listen to that before I go to sleep. I love that album. Their first album was dope. All their albums were good. But that was like my introduction to them. That was like, I think, 92. And so, you know, I didn't know what they were talking about, but I kind of knew what they were talking about at the same time. My parents had to talk with me early because of the fact that I caught them having sex, and it was very gross. But anyway, romantic love affair, sex fix, and secret lover. Secret lovers. That's what we are. Yeah, so this person, they could have kept you a secret, or they had other secret lovers. Getting more, yeah, creeping. So I creep, yeah, just keep it on the down low. And you're unbothered because you're like, yeah, I've moved on from that. Like I'm not worried about that. I'm not fixated on it. Yeah, this person took a lot from you, but you're not letting them steal any more of your joy, right? We have thief, robbed, lost, theft, physical or emotional here in the middle of the deck. Just saying. All right, so I am going to, let's see, I think I'm gonna start closing this reading out. All right, let's see what this person has for hidden messages for you. Let's see what bullshit they gotta say, because at this point, now it's just laughable. Like everything else was like kind of like, you know, empowerment and all that, and now we're getting messy. So I'm just like, you know, I'm invested and I want to see what this bullshit person has to say. Because you know what's funny, Bob? You know how you started talking about, like, it kind of showed up randomly in your reading. Like, at first, like, it seemed like it was one thing, and then it started going somewhere else. And I was like, whoa, this is definitely my reading. And I mean, 9 times out of 10, I always resonate anyway. But like, I was like, I felt like it was a personal reading, and like you were talking about like a past person and all this stuff, and I'm just like, what are the odds that literally at like 3 in the morning, 3 or 4 in the morning, I woke up out of my sleep, and all of a sudden, Spirit was like, do a reading, and I was just like, okay, what the fuck is this? Do a reading for yourself. I was like, okay. And it came up that there's an ex that's like been watching me, and this is somebody who, you know, mistreated me, a lot of cheating and stuff like that. And then I'm just like, oh shit. And basically they want to come in with a fake apology because they want to try to get me back. But the thing is, they have, you know, ulterior motives. And I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck are the odds? Like, I haven't seen that energy pop up from that person in forever. And I'm just like, where is this coming from? And, you know, it could be because it's the holiday season, and the holiday season tends to bring that type of energy out sometimes, because people were like, oh, I want that person back, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And then you did that reading. And I'm like, what the hell are the fucking odds? Crazy. Crazy. So, anywho, let's see what this past person is trying to say to y'all. Let's see that hidden truth. Let's see. And then we're going to pull from one or two more decks, like just a couple cards from each, and that's it to close it out. Because I got to check out my girl. All right, what we got? Ha! Okay. I am becoming a better person, not based on the energy we just saw. Fuck out of here. I'm becoming a better person. Yeah, okay. And that's that fake energy that we were picking up on, like that facade, like there. Yeah, but this was like the second card that came out from the whole reading itself. Fake, right? Pretending to be something. They want to meet with you. They came out together, so like they want to like talk to you about something, and you have to use your discernment here, because I'm getting like they could charm the panties off of you if they wanted. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm just like, or the draws if you're a guy. But the point is, they could charm the draws or the panties right off of you, because the sex was probably really good and stuff, and they got like that gift of gab and all that shit. But you got to be the one to be like absolutely fucking not. You got to keep that guard up. Clank clank. For those of you who remember the Tyler Perry, I forgot which play it was, but way back, like early 2000s. Clank clank. Yep. Finding out the truth crushed me. What the hell does that even mean? What, finding out that you moved on from their ass? I dump your ass. L voice from Stranger Things. I dump your ass. Speaking of which, oh shit. Maybe later tonight before I go to sleep, I'll watch the first episode of Volume 2. We'll see. For those of you who are also Stranger Things fans. I'll wait for a sign from you on the bottom. Yeah, okay. Fuck out here. They realize that you moved on from them and now they feel away. The audacity. This reading was fun. Because, like I said, I didn't know it was going to come up. But this was a good one. Alright, got 2 cards that came out. I want to tell you how I feel, being one of them. Along with, I replay our conversations over and over. Interesting. I mean, it's one of those things, it's like, okay, that's fine. But just leave me the fuck alone. And yeah, they have been picking some weird ass times, because like I be waking up in the middle of the night, like just to like, it's usually for myself, but it's like sometimes I'd be like, damn, should I just like actually like go live? But I'm like, nobody's up at like fucking 3 a.m. Wasting my time. Nobody's gonna show up. So it's like I just end up reading for myself. But like maybe one day I should just be like, fuck it, let's just see what happens, because clearly the message is for somebody too. It could be for obviously for me, and I can tell the difference. But like if it's not my energy, maybe I could pop up on a live in the middle of the night. Especially I'm on break now, so from work. So why the fuck not? Do something productive instead of just doom scrolling on fucking Facebook and bullshit like that. But anyway, you don't know how hard it was to let you go. The audacity. This person's getting me mad. I'm starting to understand our connection. These all came out together, by the way. It's time for me to heal now. Yeah, because you're a fucking piece of shit, and you should have been working on that shit before. This is where we go back to accountability, right? At least they're trying, maybe. But I want to feel that way again. They want to feel that way with you because they understand now, like, I'm getting like light workers and empaths and stuff. Like there's something healing about your energy. And I'm getting like energy vampires type of shit, because like we did see that card about like something being stolen, right? A thief, or the thief in the night. Like they took from you emotionally, probably, mostly, and maybe even physically for some. And it's like now they're realizing, now that you moved on from them and you don't want nothing to do with them, you might have been the type of person who always accept them back and they would try to come back, that kind of shit. And once you like deaded that situation completely, now they're like, oh fuck, I fucked up. And it might take them a while to figure it out. In some cases, for some, it could have taken years. And now they're like lingering around and And like I said, I have to fucking, if any of you guys can quickly, if you haven't done it already for me, there's a song called Linger from the 90s. Look it up on Google real quick and tell me who sings it. I mean, I could do it myself after this, but it's a good song. You have to let it linger. Like I keep like it's just like stuck. Good old fucking auditory fucking shit, man. It's like I just keep hearing it. Yeah, that clear audience, it'll get you. It always comes in the it is the Cranberries. I fucking knew it. Thank you, Lati. I fucking knew it was the Cranberries. I wasn't 100% sure, but thank you for the confirmation. It's a good song. Check it out. I think that's a challenge. I was gonna say a channeled message, but they said challenged. There's a reason for that. That word came out instead, but you were the best thing in my life. I just heard, you are the sunshine. Stevie Wonder, you are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. My life is not as together as it seems. Yeah, your life is fucking falling apart. We saw a card about that. Falling apart, falling into pieces. That's another song too. I'm falling to pieces. The timing just wasn't right for us. Yeah, because you are in a very, very fucked up place in your life, and then you try to put it onto other people. No, thank you. All right. So, Spirit, I don't know if they'll be able to deliver the message the way I'm asking, because the thing is that this energy from the past person is so heavy, so it might not come out even if I ask. I hate when that happens. I'm going to ask specifically about the new person that might be coming into your energy. Now, granted, we already established that there's not much of that new person coming in, but we do know that there is something on the other side of all of this, and it's positive, it's good stuff. But I want to see if we can pull from the Romance Angels deck, which I haven't used on here in a while, and see what they say. If it's more about the past person, we understand why, because it's just that energy is really strong right now. But we're gonna ask about the new energy coming towards you guys. Let's see what happens. All right, Spirit, can you tell us about the new energy coming towards the collective when it comes to love? Clarison, ooh, my ear just rang crazy just now. Okay, and it was this one and then went to this one, so I feel like it's gonna be like both like past and present. Let's see. Or like past and future, I should say. If my nose starts itching, then I really know. But right now, it's like it went right here and then went back and forth real quick. That's weird. Thank you guys for being here, though. I really appreciate you guys for sticking around. And if you got anything out of this message, which I hope you did, even if it was just entertaining. It might not even be your story, but if it was just entertaining to watch and listen, I do all kind of different readings on here, so I would love for you guys to, check out other content and, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell too. Free yourself. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. What was the literal first thing I said when I started pulling from the tarot? You guys are taking ownership and accountability and control over your life. You can't make this shit up even if you wanted to. That was literally the first fucking thing I said when I started pulling from the tarot. After I pulled from the Oracle card. That's wild. Yep, free yourself. Free yourself from all the bullshit, right? Break the cycles. Oh, thank you, La. I love you. I appreciate you so much. I gotta get back into my grind, though, with, like, taking better care of myself and all of that, because, like, I can tell my gifts are still there, obviously, but, like, there's definitely, like, a disconnect. I'm not even gonna lie. So, yeah. Yeah, Black Eye's good. He started off okay, and then he just started acting weird. I'm like, okay, look, you're not gonna sit here and say the reading is one-sided when literally I'm talking about healing and accountability and all of that. Like, how is it one-sided? Now this part might be slightly one-sided because now it's like we're looking at like the other person and what they got going on and stuff like that. But the beginning was not at all. Like, it was literally about learning about yourself and, you know, self-exploration, not saying, oh, how these other fucking readers might do. Oh, everything was always about that person. They're just so bad. And but like, no, where was it like that anywhere in this reading? In the beginning, it wasn't like that at all. It was quite the opposite, in fact. Like I talked about, well, what could have we done? Using myself as an example too. Like, what could we have done differently? Where does this stuff stem from? Have we done our healing? Have we done our inner work? Right? That doesn't sound one-sided to me, but it's cool. All right, we got two cards that came out now. Ooh, these are interesting cards though. So we have codependency here. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Remember, we saw the devil was the first card that we actually saw from the tarot. It wasn't on the main spread; it was on the bottom of the deck. Along with engagement, your love life is ascending. So we have ascending energy, what, 3 or 4 times in this reading now, to a higher level of commitment. I like it. I love that. Now, I think those came out together because, yes, yes, there's definitely potential for when this new person comes into your energy. Oh, it's gonna be something to be reckoned with. It's gonna be some good shit. But you still have some work to do. This is where accountability comes in, friends. Um, you still have accountability to take for yourself, right? Over your actions, over your feelings, right? That healing, right? You can't be going into relationships all fucked up and then try to blame everything on everybody else. Like, nope, nope, that's not what we're doing. We're not doing that, right? You have to be able to be in a place where you're ready and willing to commit and not run away every time at the sign of anything that's, not what you want, because that's not fair. You know what I mean? As long as nobody's like doing some like bullshit to you, but like, oh, you left the toilet seat, up, and you know that I don't like that, and I fell in the toilet, so now I'm breaking up with you. Like, what? Like, are you serious? You remind me too much of my ex. It's like, what? That sounds crazy, right? Like, when there's like serious things, that's understandable, but like silly little frivolous things, like, don't let those things be a deterrent. I know that was a really silly example, but just for comedic relief. But being able to understand the importance of those things, right? Those nuances. um and also, again, with the codependency aspect of it, it's like, making sure that you're not overly reliant on your person, and vice versa, because that's not healthy, right? That's a maladaptive behavior. So once you learn how to be able to sustain yourself on your own and stuff like that, for those of you who have been working on that part of your journey, because it's very important, um that's when you're going to start to see that shift happen. Yeah, career and finance could also be very important right now. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So maybe you've dealt with people who you either relied on financially or vice versa. Let me know if that resonates, if you feel comfortable. Um, but yeah, it's worth the wait. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Middle of the deck. Very soon. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, let's get like 2 or 3 more from here. And then we'll get a message from the heart, and that'll be the end of the reading. Wow, this was fun. Merry Christmas, guys. And I really appreciate y'all very, very, very much. Attraction. Ooh. So there will be a lot of attraction with you and this person, this new person. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I like that. Remember, it's like, I was talking about that earlier too. I was saying, like, when you shed all this other stuff, it allows you to attract exactly what it is that you do want. So I like that energy. I like that. It's like law of attraction and law of assumption. Like it. All right, let's get 2 more from here, and then we're going to get, like I said, 1 or 2 messages from the heart, and then that will be the end of the reading for the collective. This was really fun. Really enjoyed this. What we got? Wow. Okay, so there's 2 cards that came out, and they came out together for a reason, especially in the position that they came out in. So that past person, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. It was in the reverse. It was in the reverse for a reason, because it also came out with true love. This is the this is the romance of a lifetime. I almost said romantic partner of a lifetime, but yeah, Spirit is basically saying there's those two because they came out together for a reason like that. Um, that past person, absolutely fucking not. But that new person that's about to come in, and it's gonna be a flirty, fun energy. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Top of the deck, we have playfulness. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Like that new person to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to have fun and shine. I like that. That's cute. And healing family issues. I talked about that earlier. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So like letting go of the past, right? You know, maybe that past partner was reminiscent of the things that you witnessed as a kid. For some of you, that seems very specific. So take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But my hand just started cramping. I don't know if any of you guys are dealing with arthritis of the hands, feeling somebody's energy. I'm getting arthritis or like carpal tunnel or rheumatoid arthritis. Also just got fibromyalgia. Let me know in the comments if that resonates with anyone. I just picked that up. Seems very specific, has nothing to do with love, but for some reason it just like showed up randomly. Let's get one more from here. Pretty interesting though. We got 3 cards, and it all comes back full circle, my friends. All right, so the reason why I say that is because we have pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. We talked about red flags earlier, right? Let your friends help you. I get by with a little help from my friends. Some of you guys might be Beatles fans. Ask for and accept support from others. Interesting. But it also came out with religious factors. Remember, we were talking about belief systems and being in alignment in that way earlier. That was what one of the very first messages of the whole reading. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Wow. How is that for coming back full circle? Just saying. What are the odds? Bottom of the date. What? There's a date coming up soon for you guys, and when it does happen, I want you guys to come back to the channel and be like, girl, I did go on a date and it was fun. Or some of y'all who are my friends, if y'all have a date coming up, y'all need to text me and be like, girl, let me know what's going to happen on that date and I'll let you. But yeah, we have worth waiting for here again. Divine timing is at work when it comes to your love life. Top of the deck, we have you deserve love. Exactly. Some of you might have Sagittarius in your chart. You are lovable. Middle of the deck, we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life for a reconciliation. Can't make this shit up even if you wanted to. Absolutely not. That person is a dub. We're not doing that. We're not going backwards. Hell fucking no. Not for that person anyway. Not for the energy that we saw in this reading. STDs and all kind of shit. No thank you. Nasty. Nasty. Nasty boys. Don't mean a thing. Oh, you nasty boys. I don't like no nasty car and I don't like nasty food. The only nasty thing I like is a nasty groove. Feel this one too? I know. Sing nasty. Nasty boys. I'm not a prude. I just want some respect. So close the door if you want me to respond. Cause privacy is my middle name. My last name is Control. No, my first name ain't Baby. It's Janet. Miss Jackson if you're nasty. Okay, Spirit. Y'all funny as hell for that. All right, we have my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Ooh, okay. What's that about? Like, I just got really warm and fuzzy. This could be like a past life connection for some of you, like this new person coming in. Oh, we got surrender twice. Wow, I just got chills. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go, and all will work out. Here on the bottom of the deck, I'm just saying, I'm not making this shit up. So we had surrender earlier from a different deck, and then we have it again. There's a new love coming in. I start. I'm looking for a new love. I don't know if it was in frame, but this one shot out. I'm looking for a new love, baby, a new love. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. That's so cute. Okay, I like this. All right, what we got on the bottom? Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So you know when this past person tries to come back, absolutely not. But this newer energy that we're picking up on and seeing, this one you're gonna feel that it's right. Transformation. We talked about transformation earlier. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. I see that. Ooh, this is really nice. And manifesting miracles. I talked about manifestations earlier. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Wow. Okay, guys. I think that it was. I'm happy I pulled from this deck to close out because I think that that gives us all that we need to see at this time when it comes to this. Like, that past person, again, they're a fucking dub. No thank you. But that new energy, though, when you guys do the work and do what y'all have been already working on doing, oh man, this looks good. This looks really good. So with all that said, my loves, I hope that, what time is it? 10:41. Well, at least here. Yeah, wow, guys. Okay. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed this message. I hope that you got something out of it. I hope it resonated. And if you just watched it for entertainment purposes, like, I hope you still had fun with that too. Definitely check out the channel and see if there's anything else that, does resonate with you guys. If you're new and haven't done so already, also hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff, and help support the channel. Hit the notification bell, so on and so forth. And for those of you who were moderating tonight, thank you so much, because there's a lot of nonsense going on. So I'm grateful for y'all. And thank you guys so very much for tapping in. Again, check out my girl Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, Lati, from that amazing channel. Check her out, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Check her out, all of her content. She's amazing. She goes live all the time. I gotta work on it. And my girl from Aya Inspired Tarot is also live currently, so I'm about to go skedaddle that way and check her out. So, some of the people in the collective, are already aware of them and probably about to do the same, right? Gonna move on over to there to support. But yes, love you guys. And until next time, which probably won't be until, because I'm gonna be with my man for this weekend. I'll be preoccupied. So until next time, which probably be like a Monday, Tuesday, something like that. Until next time, have a great rest of your holiday evening and all that good stuff. Yeah, I love you guys. My ear just started ringing like crazy, but it's the right one though. Good stuff. Good news. I love y'all. And thank you for being here. And thank you for being so supportive. So you guys have a great rest of your evening. Mwah!